Rules for divisibility. So divisibility means when one whole number can be evenly divided by another whole number. So for example, 14 is divisible by 2 because 14 divided by 2 is 7 evenly. But 14 is not divisible by 5 because 14 divided by 5 is 2 with a remainder of 4. Okay? So with divisibility, there's no remainder. But what about larger numbers? So for example, 324. Is that divisible by 2? Is it divisible by 5? Rules for divisibility are tips that you can use to find out. Here are some of the rules. Divisibility by 2. Any number that ends in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8 is divisible by 2, which means it can be divided by 2. So for example, 324, well, it ends in 4, so it's divisible by 2. Divisibility by 3. Any number that, when the digits are added together, equal a multiple of 3 is divisible by 3. So I don't know if I explained that well, but when you look at the digits in 324, 3 plus 2 is 5, and 5 plus 4 is 9. So altogether these digits add up to 9, which is a multiple of 3, because 3 times 3 is 9. That tells us that this is going to be divisible by 3. Divisibility by 4. Any number in which the last two digits are divisible by 4 is divisible by 4. So when we look at 324, for example, we know the times table and we know that 4 times 6 is 24. So 24 is divisible by 4. The whole number is divisible by 4. Divisibility by 5. Any number that ends in 0 or 5 is divisible by 5. So 324 is not divisible by 5 because it doesn't end in 0 or 5. Divisibility by 6. Any even number that is divisible by 3 is divisible by 6. So when we look at 324, we know that's an even number because it ends in 4, and an even number is any number that ends in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. We also know that it is divisible by 3 because we found that out earlier. The sum of the digits, 3 plus 2 plus 4, is 9, which is a multiple of 3. So it's an even number that's divisible by 3. That means it's also divisible by 6. Divisibility by 9. Any number that when the digits are added together they equal 9, or a multiple of 9, is divisible by 9. So we already know when you add 3 plus 2 plus 4, you get 9. So this number is also divisible by 9. So let's try the rules of divisibility with one more number just for practice. How about 675? Divisibility by 2. Is it an even number ending with 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8? No, it is not, so it is not divisible by 2. How about divisibility by 3? So what we need to do is add up the digits, and if they equal a multiple of 3, then it's divisible by 3. So 6 plus 7 is 13, plus 5 is 18. 18 divided by 3 is 6, so yes, it is divisible by 3. How about divisibility by 4? So we're going to look at the last two digits, 75, and see if they're divisible by 4. Well, we know the times table, and no, 75 is not divisible by 4. How about divisibility by 5? Any number that ends in 0 or 5 is divisible by 5. So how about this one? Yes, it is. It's divisible by 5. Divisibility by 6. Any even number that is divisible by 3. Okay, now we know it is divisible by 3 because we just found that out. But it is not an even number because it doesn't end in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. So it is not divisible by 6. How about divisibility by 9? Any number that when the digits are added up, they equal 9, or a multiple of 9 is divisible by 9. And we already added up the digits. 6 plus 7 plus 5 is 18. And 18 is a multiple of 9 because 2 times 9 is 18, so it is divisible by 9. And those are the rules for divisibility.